What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This will be a rant number 68. Nickelodeon is previously known as Pinwheel from 1977 until 1981. It is an American cable television channel owned by Viacom. Since the early 1990s and early 2000s, Nickelodeon as a brand has expanded into other territories including Europe, Middle East, Russia, and Asia. Nickelodeon has been available in Canada since November 2nd of this year. It is often referred to by its short name, Nick, a practice that dates back to the early days of the channel. As of this year, Nick currently has 3 blocks: Nick at Night, Nick's Playdate, and the Hollywood Hang, and has sister channels as well, such as Nick Jr., TV Land, Nicktoons, and Team Nick. The channel is aimed mostly at children ages 3 to 12, with the exception of their primetime block that is aimed at children at ages 12 to 18. And Nickelodeon's first popular series was You Can't Do That on Television, one of my favorites of all time, a Canadian sketch comedy that made its American debut on Nickelodeon in 1981. After a while, the network became known for its iconic green slime. Originally featured in You Can't Do That on Television, the green slime was then adopted by the station as a primary feature of many of its shows. In the early years, other shows such as Live Wire, Standby, Lights, Camera, Action, The Third Eye, and Mr. Wizard's World were part of the regular Nickelodeon's time slots. In 1990s and 2000s, y'all know they're the golden years. Well, for most Nickelodeon fans who were born in the 80s and the 90s, well, they'll tell you that the 80s and 90s were the golden years, not the 2000s. Depends who you talk to, such as Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, Kablam, Hey Arnold, Doug, Ren and Stimpy, all that, Keaton and Kel. I'll give y'all my top 10 shows on Nickelodeon later after I get done with this. I love Nickelodeon. That was my favorite channel. It was my favorite channel to watch. I mean, I watch other cartoons on different networks, but Nickelodeon is one channel, one channel that I watch the most. For one major reason, it had everything. I mean, they had classic anime programs, educational programs, game shows such as Double Dare, Family Double Dare, Figure It Out, Finders Keepers, Get the Picture, Nickelodeon Guts, Global Guts, Nick Arcade, my favorite game show of all time, Wild Crazy Kids, variety programs, all that, Nick Cannon Show, You Can't Do That on Television, live action programs, and so forth. It's just fun. I just love it. Nick at Night was a blast too. I mean, at one point, Nick at Night even played Looney Tunes. Sometimes at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock when I was a kid. So, and number 2, they hadn't completely abandoned who they are. They didn't toss it out the window like G4 getting rid of, mostly the video game and technology. Now they just play X-Play and Attack of the Show. That's about it. And MTV, it's about music channels. They play music videos, but they don't do that anymore. But for some reason now they're playing it, but you have to get up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't think people ain't gonna do that. And Cartoon Network, well, I already touched that on my rant. I'm on them, so y'all get the picture. So I don't have anything negative things to say about Nickelodeon, but just one thing I can't stand about Nickelodeon is that they rely on teenage shows far too much, such as Zoe 101, Drake and Josh, True Jackson VP, and iCarly. Wow. Oh yeah, and cartoons. It seems to me they play SpongeBob SquarePants a lot more than any other cartoons in current animated programs like Back in the Barnyard, The Fairly Odd Parents, The Mighty Beat, The Penguins of Madagascar, and Fanboy and Chum Chum. So that's the only thing. That's the only negative thing I can think of. And they do play Nick News though, and they're still around. I can't believe they're still around. My final thoughts. I love Nickelodeon, but today's Nickelodeon, well, is not so great. But they have future programs. I'm gonna give you 3, like Kung Fu Panda the series, Monster vs. Aliens the series, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, since Nickelodeon owns the exclusive rights. Well, not exclusive rights, they own the rights, all of it, to that franchise, TMNT. But that won't come out till 2012. Kung Fu Panda the series don't come out till next year. As for Monsters vs. Aliens, the series, 2011. But I would like to see more variety programs, live action programs, and game programs. That's what I would like to see. So, and with that, SA17, peace out.